Love you all. We conduct these pujas to help you get the grace of Kalki to either solve your problems or to receive gifts from Kalki. Now, what do we mean by the word Kalki? Who or what is Kalki? By Kalki, we refer to God. Now, what do we mean by God? Though we experience life as individuals, we actually form a collective. We are in fact a collective. We refer to this collective as God. Now, this God, this collective, has been evolving over time. Kalki is supposed to be the Dasavatar. What is meant by this Dasavatar concept is that life has evolved through various stages. It was first created in the oceans, and it has evolved through different species. And now man is going to take the next leap. Similarly, the collective or God is also evolving. In its current form, God is very, very friendly, non-judging, non-punishing, ready to help you with your problems, ready to grant you your desires. That's what God is today. And that's what is meant by the word Kalki. So Kalki would help you solve your problems, fulfill your desires, grant you awakening, and ultimately even enlightenment. Now, today we would be trying to solve a particular problem. Now, to really solve a problem, you must focus on the solution and not the problem. And then the mind must be convinced as to the advantages of the action you are going to take. Unless and until it is convinced, there will be no action from your side. There would only be activity. You'll be going on thinking and thinking and thinking the pros and the cons, and again repeating it, and continuously keep postponing. You will never get to act. Unless you get to act, the grace would not start to flow, and you just won't succeed. So most people spend their lives thinking and planning, but never actually engage in action. At best, they may engage in some kind of activity. So today, what we are going to do is, we are going to seek the help of Kalki to move from activity to action. Now, there are three important phases in this puja. The first phase is that of contemplation. At that time, you must take up any particular problem you have got and its solution, and you must contemplate on the fact that you are not ready to act. You must just become conscious of that. That is what you got to do during the phase of contemplation. Then we move on to prayer. Now at this time, you would pray to Kalki that you move from activity to action. After that is over, we move on to Diksha. Now you take Diksha from Kalki to again move from activity to action. Now, Kalki, you must understand, is not a new God. It is your God. If you have been worshipping Vishnu, then Vishnu is your Kalki. If you are worshipping Shiva, then Shiva is your Kalki. If you are worshipping Christ, then Christ is your Kalki. If you are worshipping Allah, then Allah is your Kalki. The God that you worship, your Ishtadevam, your Kuladevam, is Kalki, not some strange new God, not at all. We use that word Kalki because that is how the phenomenon revealed itself to us. But it actually means your God. So remember, you're not praying to a new God, but you're praying to your own God who has now become Kalki. That is, your God has become much more freer now, much more friendlier, and much more quicker in answering your prayers. So it's the evolution of the collective or God. So that is what we are speaking about here. So once you have gone through this puja, whenever you want to move from activity to action, you could always go back to this puja and do it. And you would find that you in fact move from activity to action. Once you move on to action, the grace flows and things begin to happen. So that is the purpose of today's puja. Love you all.